I seriously cannot stand liars about my life. I happen to love myself. Insane abusers do not, especially my worst one, who absolutely doesn't know me in any way at all. Now, late Theodore Carl Samuelin, he happened to be demanding and mean to me, but not anywhere as much as my worst abuser, which is my last abuser, and that was, well, it was actually, this year, when I was at the Lancaster Mission, and I almost got kicked out, because of screaming at him screaming at me, raping my son. He's insane. I mean, that's just, my son was raped. And then for him to go and say, I raped him. He's just a manipulator. He is an insane abuser who wants to make me crazy by saying I raped my son. And he'll go on his angry tyrant, and he's an angry, spoiled little brat. Worse than that, a temper tantrum. Just awful. Awful. And he doesn't do this with anyone else but me. Saying that I had the absolute best childhood that anyone could ever imagine. And I had the absolute best mom that a child could ever want. And that's not true. But he never ever stopped. And he never ever will. He's delusional. I mean, I'm sorry that, my mom was abused by her mom and she didn't treat me right. And I could say it on those terms, and I don't have to say anything else. Out of respect. Because I haven't seen my parents for a long, long time, but like 2 weeks ago. And it's really sad that my dad's dying, but my worst abuser did not have to go there and tell my dad he's going to hell. And thank God, the son that he told that he wouldn't let up that I raped. Okay, he wouldn't stop it. It started when my husband was in jail in 2020, 2019, 2020, and he just wouldn't let up on that I raped Alex. And that's evil. I'm a good mom, and that's evil. He's evil. Why don't you go and scream at the person who stole your $200,000, plus you gave scammer, stranger, $6,000 more this year? And it's just, I give up. Just totally insane. No, he can never ever say that he ever helped me out. When he helped out this crippled girl all the time, giving her money. I wasn't around. He never gave me a penny. Okay. He might have taken my kids out to eat 3 times. No, he took me out to a free meal, Garfield's, and then Arthur's. That was free. And he took me and my kids out to this Chinese restaurant. It was an okay buffet, but my kids wouldn't eat. And that might have been 3 times. That's the only thing he's ever done for me. we went to the fish place. That was a total disaster because I was stranded and I had to be picked up in a dangerous vehicle. He didn't care. He never did anything for me. Scammer stranger, $200,000. He'd pay for a taxi for her. He never did one thing for me. I mean, he's so unreal. Making me the worst pizza for my kids. Yeah, my youngest, David, was going to beat him up. Because the pizza was so awful, he made him eat it. He made poor David eat his pizza dough that was all watery and awful. And so I was abused. I can't stand, I couldn't even stand up to him. So he abused my child. My child remembered that. He's just an awful, awful, awful person. Like, the entire time I've ever, just continual fights. Just ridiculous. I mean, I'm sorry that I couldn't go, that my mom happened to be mistreated. So that's why she mistreated me. And that's a nice way to put it. But he's just a total asshole. Like, actually, like, I had the best life of all. I mean, maybe my mom doesn't remember most of the fights. Because my worst abuser doesn't remember any of the fights that I had with him. He can't remember me having a breakdown at my friend's house. Because he tortured me for 1.5 months. I mean, total torture. You know, like, I was forced to eat rice and pancakes. Okay? That was the meals. He couldn't have any, I don't care. I'll eat peanut butter and pineapples. And maybe eat, try to get sugar. Jelly and peanut butter, too. Oh, yeah, he's so much of a liar. Saying that he provided meals for me. Oh, and he made chili for his church again. I said, I don't give a fuck. I'm not eating your chili. I don't care. But he happened to make really good chili. But it's like, well, what you want me, I'm not bowing down to you. And, he treated me so badly. So, for a month and a half, I couldn't even talk to Kathy on the phone. I wasn't allowed to, to talk to my friend Kathy on the phone. Or try, just outside contact. He screamed at me every day. I couldn't touch anything in the apartment. He's that awful of a person, but yet he turned that around and then is totally out of his mind and delusional, saying that I screamed at him. He's the one who's screaming at me. I can't even, touch anything, let alone even try to walk in his place or, go to the bathroom. My God, at least I was allowed to go downstairs to the bathroom. And they had nice bathrooms down there. Yeah, forget his bathroom. It's just too much of a nightmare, even to try to even deal with white trash that screams about toilet paper and using too much soap. Like, oh my God, you're that much of a cheapskate. Oh my God, I will not even go into your bathroom. You are that horrifying of a person. But yet, he gives, scammer stranger $3,000 for the entirety of the 4 months. Because she had to pay $2,000 rent And then he had to pay for her $398 car traffic tickets that she wasn't paying, and her insurance. So that comes to $3,000. Yeah, I'm tortured the entire time. I mean, my God, we had to get, you know, Thanksgiving had to come from a church, you know, like yeah, if you're that good about, you know, making dinner, why don't you make Thanksgiving dinner then? There's nothing to be thankful for. He's an awful white trash piece of shit. He didn't contribute ever. Yeah, the whole time food rotted in the refrigerator. And now, unfortunately, I did that recently, so I can never ever say that again. I can never ever put down a person again, because I don't want to curse myself, because look what I did. So that's why you don't judge another person. I mean, it's true, but if I put a negative out there in the universe, I did the same negative thing. Judge not negatively, or you're just going to do it yourself. That's what the hell I did. I cannot put out. So that's the most important thing that I said in this video. At 11:38 is the only good part of this video. I can't talk negatively about him because it negatively affects me. And that's why you can't have toxic people in your life. Or, I mean, somebody who's constantly negative. They're like, oh my God. And I'm not supposed to, like, beat you up because you're getting stranger scammer, all your money. And that's the only thing I know about him. But yeah, there was a girl that was a handicap. And he drove her all the way to New York City. I had to hear all this shit. I always had to hear all of his shit. All these people taking advantage of him. She owed him $100